What's up, everyone? Wow, what a weekend. Some reflection time. My voice is gone, so sorry. Just want to show you something actually. Got a gift. Signed by the one and only Saul Canelo Alvarez. Look at that. Yeah. That will go in my new gym, trenches. Wow, what a weekend. For the first time, and I thought it would happen once one of my professional fighters win a world title. But for the first time, yeah, I was crying in the ring, you know? Unbelievable. It's just so much expectation. You know, we put in the hard work, we dedicate our lives to this. And to see my brother shine like that, having his first ever fight in 2022. Let that sink in, people. His first fight in 2022. But yet still people want to criticize a novice. They still don't want to give him his props. You know, and I feel like I feel like we always have to prove something, but that's a good thing. Because we love proving people wrong. I love proving people wrong. Now for this particular fight against Whindersson Nunes, 90% of the people are praising my brother. They're like, wow, phenomenal. You know, Vidal said this is the best fight he's seen in influencer boxing. Best performance, should I say. You know, KSI, you know, Wade, just everyone in the scene. Everyone on the scene is just shocked at what they saw on the weekend. I was shocked in the corner. I weren't shocked because I weren't shocked in the way where, in the way that he couldn't do it. It's just I'm shocked to just see it come to reality in front of your eyes. So half of me was coaching in the corner, but the other half of me is like, I'm watching like you guys. Like, what am I seeing here? I'm seeing Roy Jones, I'm seeing Thomas Hearns, I'm seeing Lennox Lewis, I'm seeing Floyd Mayweather, I'm seeing Sugar Ray Leonard, I'm seeing Emmanuel Augustus, I'm seeing who else? Pernell Whitaker. Some of the great fighters that I love, they were coming out. The 10% that are criticizing my brother, and it's pretty much the same thing, saying, well, anyone can look like that if you're fighting someone that don't punch and just a punching bag. Yeah, of course you're gonna say that because you don't want to praise my brother for putting on a hell of a performance. You know what I mean? Because before this fight, if I can remember rightly, everyone was bigging up Whindersson. Everyone was saying he's in the top 5 or top 3 influencer boxers, and I was like, huh? Everyone was saying that he's got knockout power. Everyone's saying he's slick. He's got good head movement. That he punches. He throws good combinations to the head, to the body. This is gonna be a tough fight for Kenny. I can't see Kenny winning this one. Blah 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 blah. Fucking blah. And then we go and do that, and it's like, oh well, it was easy because he's a punching bag. Which one is it? Is it because Whindersson's so great? He's top 5 influencer boxer. Even KSI wanted to fight him. You know what I mean? He's this, he's that. Kenny's gonna struggle with this fight. But which one is it? You know what I mean? People are just haters, man. People are just haters. Because at the end of the day, we worked our arse off. Even the losses that Kenny's had, people don't understand. Boxing is a process. Amateur boxers have 60, 70, 80, 90, over 100 fights before they even turn professional. And they lose fights in amateur boxing because amateur boxing ain't about the zero. It's about gaining that experience. Obviously winning a few championships along the way. But gaining that experience. So you got that experience going into the pros, which is a totally different ball game. It's like starting from scratch again, but at least you have the foundation there from the amateurs. These are influencer boxers getting in the ring with 10-ounce gloves, no headgear, and you're expecting my brother. What are you expecting from him? I don't get it. Are you expecting from him? Is it because he gets trained by a professional boxing coach? And he's surrounded by my pro fighters, so you're putting him on a pedestal and so high that if one thing don't go right, you're like, oh, Kenny shit, Kenny ain't all that, Kenny don't that, Kenny that, Kenny that. Haters. Freaking haters, mate. Of course he's gonna have bloody things that don't go his way. He's a bloody novice. And that's why we had the experiences with Temper. That's why we had the experience with Sensei. That's why we've had the experience with DK Money. That's why we've had the experience with Raksu. That's why we've had the experience with Nate and now Whindersson. What do you expect from him? You know what I mean? And for the people saying Whindersson was just a punching bag, even though you are probably the same people that said my brother's going to lose because Whindersson is this and Whindersson is that. Let me tell you something about boxing. If you're being taught the right way, like I've taught my brother from day one, when he came to me with no boxing experience whatsoever, and I had to build him from scratch. When you're teaching people the right way and go through that process, you don't expect them to get in the ring and just throw a load of punches and not understand what they're doing, why they're throwing punches, where their feet meant to be, where their hands are meant to be. You don't do that. I'm sorry, influencer world, you want to see toe-to-toe wars and all that like you're in a school playground. But I'm a professional boxing coach. I am not teaching anyone that trains with me to go in the ring and not have no brains. So for all the people that say Whindersson was a punch bag, of course Kenny's going to look good against someone that don't punch. It's because we trained for him to not punch. We trained for him to not move his head. We trained for every single situation that could happen in this fight. Wake up and try and understand boxing. Styles make fights. Yeah? On top of that. So when you got the learning as well behind it, you know, you're going to make mistakes along the way, as I said. You don't just put your fighters in there to just throw punches and not know what the hell you're doing. And that's what you saw against Whindersson. We knew Whindersson had good head movement. We knew Whindersson threw a good jab behind the engine, what I like to call the engine. An engine is someone that keeps himself ticking along, and they throw the jab behind it, and then next phase, jab behind it, the next phase, jab behind it. We knew he was good at that. We knew he had good head movement. We knew when he closes the distance, he knows how to put his punches together up and down. We knew all this. We trained for him to not move his head. It means that because he had great head movement, we had to figure out a way how to stop that. We had to figure out a way how to stop him getting close and working on the inside and working his combinations. We had to figure out a way how to stop that engine, that jab he has, that engine. So this is boxing. Wake up! You know what I mean? We shut everything down of Whindersson's because we trained to do that. We trained for all those situations. Everywhere that Whindersson, that we saw is good, we trained for it so we could turn it and make it look bad. I also knew all his weaknesses. that he couldn't fight on the back foot. That if it comes to toe-to-toe, we're winning the battle and we make sure we have an answer for it. That we will show our dominance and push him back because we are more physical than him. Kenny punches hard. Maybe Kenny don't show the punching, the power as much as everyone else because he's doing boxing in the right way, but he still carries deadly power, as you've seen with DK Money, as you've seen with My Name Nate, and as you've seen with Whindersson, bang, left hook, down Whindersson went. So for all you people say, punch it back, we made him a punching bag because that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to have a strategy. You don't just go in there playing around, not knowing what you're doing. We broke him down physically, mentally, in every single department. That's what boxing's about. And Kenny, congratulations, man. The jab, phenomenal. The footwork, phenomenal. The head movement, phenomenal. The dictation, phenomenal. The uppercuts, the hooks, the jab to the body. The showboating. One thing I always tell fighters, when you showboat, do it at the right time. Let it just flow. Let it just happen. Let it happen because you feel good. You're in the moment. Let it just happen naturally. Don't force showboating because people will see that and not like it. So even the showboating was phenomenal. He was in his groove. Unbelievable the stuff he was doing in there. Bloody wow. Oh God. Oh, Kenny Jones Jr. Kenny Ray Leonard. Kenny Lewis. Sugar Kenny Robinson. Oh my God. Sorry, my voice is going. There's one thing I loved as well. In the fourth round, hopefully there's some footage where people get to see this. But at the end of the fourth round, before he went out for the last and final round, I said to him something like, you want to be a superstar? Or you ready to be a superstar? You want to be a superstar? Finish like a champion. Then that fifth round, oh my God, he went out there and he showed grit, determination, desire, passion, fire, and he took the levels up 5 notches. He pushed Whindersson back and put him in those trenches, on the ropes. Body shots, hooks, uppercuts, flurries. And then uppercuts were absolutely disgustingly brutal. That's what I loved about the fifth round. That even though he's had 4 rounds, he showed that his conditioning is there. He showed when the time is, when he wants to, he can up it even more, even though he's tired. He can go and grit, bite down on that mouthpiece, yeah, show some grit and go toe to toe and come out on top. That's what was amazing to see. It was phenomenal. So, I love you, bro. Congratulations. But the beauty is in that a performance that was so great and so phenomenal that I've seen 50 things. I've seen 50 things where my brother can improve. More than 50. In that fight there's so much for me to work on. And that's the scary part. Because you saw greatness, you saw a phenomenal performance, and yes, I did too. But I saw mistakes. And it's my job to go back to the gym, show him what I saw, get to work, and get ready for that final. One more to go. Gib, don't be ready. Be more than ready. It's going to be a fight of your life.